A warm welcome to you, beautiful souls, and to my channel, Mystical Angels Energy. My name is Kikyo, and I am deeply thankful and deeply grateful to have you here today, beautiful souls. The card decks that I use are listed in the description box below. So let us begin our Divine Masculine channeled angels, channeled from the Divine Masculine's higher self to you, as well as in tandem with the angels. So angels, the Divine Masculine, what is the Divine Masculine collective currently going through? What is their current energy? What is the current energy of the Divine Masculines? Okay. Solitude. Okay, so your Divine Masculine is connecting with their higher self. Okay, they are tapping in, they're getting tapped in. This is 8 energy. They are, I feel like at this period of time, they are resting, all right? God is directing them and guiding them to rest. Okay, they have, so that they can be balanced, and so that when they do come out of this, I'm feeling this small period of solitude, okay, then they will be able to give you their very best divine feminine if you are watching this. But they are connecting with their higher self, and I feel like too with this star, okay, they're remembering who they are. They are being enveloped in a bright golden light. This golden light is very healing, very nourishing. I'm also feeling Archangel Zadkiel is here with the violet flame, because I noticed this beautiful violet energy, and I was going to say the crown chakra, because that's what was coming to me when I look at the imagery. So I'm going to follow that North Star, and I feel like that's appropriate that I say that, because I feel like they are following their North Star, okay? They're tapping in with their North Node, which in astrology points you in the direction that you are headed in this lifetime, what you are becoming in this lifetime, where the South Node is the opposite of that. It's the things that you've been before, energies that you're comfortable with, and also talent, skills, and abilities that you carry forward into this lifetime, where your North Node is where you acquire new ones that benefit this life and your mission. So I feel like that, you know, you can definitely go type in on Google free astrology chart if you have, you know, your birthday, and if you wish to have your rising sign as well, your birth time. But yeah, they're tapping in with their true essence, and they're remembering who they are. And I feel like this is a very warm energy. I almost see this once again as, and I've said this before on my channel, but I'm going to say it now too, it's like God is holding your Divine Masculine in the palm of their hand, but even more so embracing them, okay? And I feel like this is, you know, the Divine Masculine too, going easy on themselves, showing themselves self-love. They're reflecting, okay? They're, and in that DM to DF, in the DM to DF message, we also had the energies of the Divine Masculine, you know, gaining insights and leaving behind things that don't serve them. So definitely go check that out, because I feel like that's complimentary once again. I know I'm saying that a lot in my recent readings, like, oh wow, this is complimentary, but it's just like everything is flowing into a high vibrational tapestry, okay? 333 on the timer, so their guides, they are very tapped in. Their guides are with them. They're realizing they're not alone, even though they have this solitude. But in the quiet and in the solitude, beautiful souls, that's when you really grow. When you have that period of rest, that's when you grow. Just like when you're exercising. It's not as you're exercising because the muscles are breaking down. It's when you rest that those muscles repair and then build, okay? So, you know, the content of the character, I feel like the angels are really stressing this. Maybe stressing is not the right word. I don't feel like they stress, but they're definitely making it very apparent to me that, you know, this, I feel like I just lost track of thought, angels. Oh my goodness. But yeah, in the solitude is when you grow. When you have that period of rest is when you grow, and they're making that apparent. Okay, I'm just going to move forward. But I'm really seeing this as a solar plexus because of this golden, also connected with the soul star chakra, higher heart chakra with the pink, and then crown chakra, okay? I'm also feeling a little bit third eye chakra there, so, you know, the third eye chakra opening. All right. Surprise. Okay. So I feel like, when they get clear, okay, and they start tapping in, they would love to surprise you, divine feminine. Okay, I'm really feeling this directed towards the divine feminine. I'm just feeling that as a divine feminine energy. This could also just be the divine masculine's energy, okay? The element of surprise joy guides. When they tap in with themselves, they realize that the divine has wondrous surprises and opportunities for them. And that's amazing that I said opportunity, because that came out in the recent angel message. Definitely go check that out. Once again, complimentary. Really, all these messages, they resonate with each other so well. 42 could be significant. That's the energy of 6 as well. So the energy of harmony, the energy of, deeper connections and deep bonds, family bonds. When I think of that, I think of true familial connections in terms of soul tribe. And, you may connect with your bloodline family, but I'm going to say this for those that don't. Real family is not about bloodline connections, okay? Even though the bloodline, it can affect us, and, that's why there's the whole, if you go research epigenetics, or, clearing your ancestral karmic line, okay? But you do not, just because you are born in, I'm going to say this, and maybe the divine masculine is realizing this too, because we did have the 8 of cups in the DM, was that the DM to DF message? Yes, I do believe it was. Definitely go check that out. Like, leaving behind, you don't have to with the people you're born with, or, even if it's not a bloodline connection, if you're adopted, if you don't resonate with their energies, you don't have to resonate with their energies. You can move on, bless and let that go, but you can see where that may not align with you, or is not good and nourishing for your soul. Real familial connections, it's all about connection. Do you connect? Do you feel uplifted? Or as Ralph Smart says from Infinite Waters, when you're surrounded by someone, or surrounded by people, when you're with someone, excuse me, when you're with someone or surrounded by people, do you resonate with that group of people? Do you resonate with that person? Do they make you feel alive? Do they make you feel joy? Or do you feel drained and lethargic afterwards? And, that's a sign of an energy vampire. And, I think, as certain articles have said, most people don't realize they're being energy vampires, but some people definitely do. It's definitely intentional. Use your discernment and your judgment to guide you towards the right answers concerning that. But I feel like that is a message. I definitely feel like, this is like their heart space opening up, and the divine is like surprised. Like, this feels like with these two cards together, that they're reclaiming a lost part of themselves, okay? And this is also them wishing, in the solitude, they're daydreaming of surprising you, divine feminine. So I feel like what's taking over here is there's a lot of joy. There's a sense of contentment, peace, okay? Satisfaction here, but not contentment in the sense of like, okay, they're content and they're not moving forward. No, there's this sense of like, just this harmony. They're feeling bliss is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling they're almost like in a state of ecstasy, state of bliss, and they're tapping in really deep with the most intimate core parts of themselves, okay? This is beautiful energy, and I feel like the divine has definitely surprises in store for your divine masculine as well as you, divine feminine. Okay, we have the energy of 2 there. So once again, balance. We see that with the 8, okay? And they're realizing that they're an infinite and eternal being. If you turn the 8 to the side with the infinity symbol, the energy of 2, okay, and it's right above this moon energy, and most of the moon is in shadow, okay? So I feel like, they're looking at all parts of themselves. This is a period of rest for them, but, I feel like their guardian angel is taking their hands and guiding them on this path, okay? Guiding them along this path, holding their hand, helping them to tap into their heart space, and, to stay in the light, and to not fall off the path with the deceit, okay? Because Deceit, okay, I feel like there may be someone present in the divine masculine's life, okay, and maybe they don't see that clearly because the camera has, yeah, there we go, we need to refocus. But the angels are helping them to refocus and to gain a higher perspective and to see that, you know, something in their life definitely does not serve them. And that's very appropriate because I was just talking about energy vampires and about, I really feel like this could be someone within their family too, okay, or someone in their family that was very pushy, or wanted certain things for them, and that did not resonate with them. So your divine masculine is being guided toward the truth, okay, and away from karmic situations, karmic partners, karmic energies, or, you know, anywhere where I feel like anything that may be deceitful to who they really are, you know, if they're telling themselves a narrative, or something within themselves as well that's causing deceit, you know, or if they're lying to themselves. I feel like this is something that is being, they're being encouraged to stay in the light and to stay in their dreams. So I feel like they are following the path. And with that energy of 2, this is that deep bond and connection with you as well, divine feminine. What other messages, angels, do we have here? Oh wow, I said that about the hand of God being with them. So it's almost like the hand of God is reaching down towards the divine masculine, the energy of 43 here, so the energy of 7. Once again, 7s, how appropriate is that above there? Because 7 is all about solitude. 7 is all about going within that core space, connecting deeply with yourself and having this understanding of all that you are, all parts of yourself. And I feel like the divine masculine is embracing all parts of themselves, having this understanding about every aspect of themselves. And where, with the deceit card too, where they've been out of alignment and where they need to allow more joy. Yes, that too, where they need to allow more joy into their life. God is really guiding them. So if you had any question concerning that divine feminine, yes, your divine masculine is tapped in, is tuned in, is tuning in with God. You know, they are listening to the wisdom of their heart, and I feel like choosing themselves, okay, and they're choosing what lights them up on the inside so that they can light you up and surprise you, divine feminine. You who show the way, 33, okay, the lighthouse energy. This is also you, divine feminine, because as Liz says from a beautiful channel called Guided by Angels, go check her out if you so desire. Wonderful channel. She says that, you know, the divine feminine energy, she equates it with the lighthouse, and I'm going to equate it with the lighthouse as well. Now, you don't have to see it this way. This could also be the energy of your divine masculine lit up, okay, once again, their heart space lit up. You know, and because I see that here too, over the guardian angel, the heart space is lit up. And I did say that about higher heart chakra, which is unconditional love, forgiveness, equated with pink energy, compassion, unconditional love and loyalty. And I feel like your divine masculine is definitely going through a higher heart chakra opening. It's opening up further, and you are guiding the way, okay, divine feminine, and their heart space is lit up. You know, even if these waves, they look choppy, it looks turbulent, but they are still making their way. And we see the mountain in the background, okay, so I feel like this indicates, you know, even over rough terrain, they are making their way forward. Also, I feel like the element of protection, you know, they wish to protect you, and you can also send out loving and protective energies to divine feminine. You can be the, yeah, because you who show the way, you can be the lighthouse, divine feminine. You can visualize sending out positive energy towards your divine masculine. You know, you can imagine, I feel like, wrapping your arms around the divine masculine, okay, and they can energetically feel this, remember, because you are connected. And where you intend to send your energy does go. So, and I feel like, once again, that would be a great gift for them, a great surprise, you know, in some way to receive your energy. And it helps guide them through this, through the darkness. 33, Christ consciousness energy of Yeshua. I feel as though Yeshua is here as well. Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, twin flames. You may not resonate with that. I'm just expressing that for those who do. I know I resonate with that, but I don't feel like there's any right or wrongs with that. So yeah, I feel like too, once again, something of a something fun. I'm hearing something fun. The angels are saying something fun. But, I feel like with the mountain, they're very protective energies as well. Protection. Your divine masculine's path is well protected, as well as your own divine feminine. Okay, the energy. Wow, another master number, 22, the lion and the deer. So I feel like this is, with the lion and the deer, this is very brave, bold energy. Being a leader with the lion, walking forward, proud energy. Not proud as in the sense of arrogant, but proud as in the sense of like self-love. Knowing that you, because I feel like you can sort of, I know there's the whole deadly sins thing with pride. I don't know how well I resonate with that. Sometimes I think that I do, and other times I think, well, pride is, I feel like, sometimes I feel like people misunderstand pride. That's just my own personal feeling about the matter. I feel like it's more like being in a state of like confidence. And I think a lot of times people saw that in a negative manner and sort of put this stigma on it that it's arrogance. I don't really see it that way. And you may, and that's okay too, but I feel like they are, walking tall, and then the energy of the deer, gentility, so we've got this balance here of this divine masculine and feminine energy, and I feel like once again they're tapping in with the masculine parts of themselves as well as the feminine parts of themselves, and this is the grace of God washing over them. Also opening up this wonderful portal, okay, because I feel like too there's this light around the crown chakra, and this is opening up the path and opening up a way. I'm seeing this as a vortex of energy. Also with the energy of 22, this is the master builder, higher version of 4, the master builder number, and it's right above the 2, so we have 222 there as well for universal connection, as well as 222 is a major twin flame number. So I feel like they're very tapped in with your essence, divine feminine. They can definitely feel you. And this could also be you, divine feminine, sending out good energy towards your divine masculine. And the vortex there is assuring you that they are indeed receiving this energy. They can feel your energy, divine feminine. And you are also, along with their guardian angel, helping them to stay in the light and to stay focused. Feeling these 3. Discernment. You are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. So their discernment, and they are being within this solitude and being guided by God. They're connecting with God. They're connecting with their higher self. And you may not resonate with the term God, and that's okay too. You could just see that as your higher self or connecting with a deity. For me, God is not necessarily, just in my opinion, feminine or masculine. God could be both, or God just is, and it's an energy, and a very highly intelligent, creative life force energy. The universe, source, that's how I see God. And you may have a different perspective, and that's okay. But they are connecting and tapped in with this energy is what I'm saying here. And they are using their discernment to distinguish what is right for them, okay, and what feels right and what does not feel right, and they are being guided by love, and they are dispelling these illusions. That's why we have this 7 energy. And going within the darkness, the energy of joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. So once again, that was right above the surprise, the joy. You delight in the sorry, I'm pausing here because I'm trying to make sure that my sister's okay. Joy, you delight in the, yeah, like I said, that was very distracting for me. Okay, I gotta get back on track here. So, okay, and I feel like that is murky, and, you know, once again, there's this, clarity is the right word going on here. So, they are allowing themselves then to feel this joy. They're connected with this joy. And also, if you send them positive energy, divine feminine, then you are sending them joy energy, and they're going to feel that. That's confirmation that they will feel that, and that you are, you know, assisting each other on this journey by staying in the energy of, you know, focused on the positive, which creates more, and focused on the gratitude, which creates more. But I feel there's this sense of delight washing over them, and I said bliss, you know, and by them having this realization and then letting go, it's bringing them so much joy, and they feel so much more empowered. And I said that too about fun, you know, something fun. Individuality, you leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do, and I feel like they wish to bless you and do something fun for you, divine feminine. Individuality, you think. Okay, so they realize with this, once again, and that's amazing that it is above the lion and the deer, because I just spoke about that, of pride for themselves. You know, they feel, I feel like they're going to feel much, the end result is that they feel confident and they feel more empowered, and they realize that they belong. Because sometimes I feel like the divine masculine wondered, you know, I feel like that energy washing over me, I feel like they wondered if they really belonged, you know, if they belonged, you know, if they were ever going to, you know, if you were ever going to truly be together. And I know you've probably felt that way too, divine feminine, you're mirrors for each other. But they realize that they have, you know, a unique stamp. And I've said this before, leaving on my channel, leaving a unique stamp, you know, you both are meant to be in mission together. And whether that's having a career together, or you both have your own individual careers, whatever suits you, there's no right or wrongs. But I feel like you're both, you know, you're both meant to, or even if, like, you know, even if like one person just decides to stay at home and take care of the children, there's no right or wrongs with that, you know, whatever. I'm suggesting different things because I know this is a general message, and there's going to be different beautiful souls coming through here. I just feel like I wish to say certain things, that there's no right or wrongs, and maybe somebody will benefit from that. Okay, whatever is for you, they're realizing that that's what's meant for them, and, you know, what's meant for you. And I feel like they wish to have deep conversations about this, and they're very excited. There's exciting energy here, but they realize that they do belong, and, you know, that they can feel your love and your grace. And when you send them out love, they definitely will energetically feel that, and that will help dispel the fears of rejection, okay, or them having to be things that don't serve them, okay. And I feel like, once again, when they get right with themselves and choose themselves, as Liz from Guided by Angels says, they will choose you, divine feminine. And this in turn allows them to put that stamp of divine love on everything. Okay, so that was the message that I had for you today. Beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell for future updates if you so wish to do so. It does help the algorithm, and it keeps you in the know, notified. I love you, the angels love you, we all cherish you, and until next time, beautiful souls, bless.